Hi, my name is Brittany Braswell, and in this video, I am going to explain the differences between differentiation, accommodations, and modifications as they relate to SDI or specially designed instruction. I will also provide examples of how each could be used to support Samari, the student described in the sample individualized education program case study that we were given, and an explanation on how Samari's strengths, needs, and interests were used to develop the individual learning activities in Part 1. It is important to understand the differences between differentiation, accommodation, and modifications as they serve a purpose with SDI. Differentiation refers to adjusting how instruction is delivered while keeping the same learning goal for the same for all students. This may include changes in instructional methods, materials, pacing, and grouping. Differentiation does not change what the student is expected to learn. Accommodations provide supports that allow a student to access the same grade level curriculum and demonstrate learning without changing the learning expectations. Accommodations remove barriers but do not alter the content and is typically used when a student cannot access grade level standards even with accommodations. All three can be part of SDI, but they are used for different reasons and based on the student's needs. Some examples of how I use these to support Samari in my lesson plan. When supporting Samari, differentiation would be appropriate when she is working towards the same learning goal as her peers, but benefiting from instruction tailored to her learning style. For this lesson, I used differentiation to change the assignment from an independent writing assignment to a paragraph that has fill in the blanks. This allows Samari to access grade level academics while supporting her IEP goals and focusing on the learning that is expected from her from the science lesson without the stress of the writing process. For this assignment, some accommodations that I found that may support Samari are the read to me option on her computer or a speech to text option for filling in those blanks so she doesn't have to worry about the spelling side of things, and to help eliminate some of the stress of the writing process. As well as a graphic organizer to help her organize her thinking and the main points of any text that she was given to read. A modification that would be appropriate is when the grade level content is not yet accessible. A modification would be appropriate when the grade level content is not yet accessible to Samari, even with accommodations. For example, this unit has a lot of reading, and it would be more appropriate if the reading was at her reading level, providing the same academic reading at her reading level to ensure equitable access to the curriculum. Using Samari's strengths, needs, and interests in developing the individual learning activities in Part 1, I used what I know about Samari's strengths, needs, and interests to ensure the instruction was meaningful and effective. Samari demonstrates strengths in visual learning and hands-on activities, so lessons were designed to include pictures and structure because she benefits from clear expectations and repetition. Tasks were broken into small, manageable steps. Samari also requires support with communication and attention, so activities were designed to be short, engaging, and highly structured, with opportunities for choice making. By aligning instruction to Samari's strengths while directly addressing her areas of need, the activities in Part 1 reflected purposeful SDI that supports both access to learning and meaningful progress towards her IEP goals. Using modifications, differentiation, and accommodations for when creating lessons for students who have IEPs helps ensure their goals are being met and they're accessing that grade level curriculum. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Goodbye.